Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnise Nicole. I'm an acrylic painter, and today I finally am unboxing and playing and collabing with the Jazza art box. So I ordered this box first launch. I immediately gravitated towards the Inky box because I already paint with acrylics. I already love acrylic ink, and I always had this kind of fascination with calligraphy, and I never wanted to get all of the things to get started because I just have so many hobbies. I was like, one day calligraphy, one day. But then the box came out and it had everything, as you can see laid out in front of me, that you would need to get started with calligraphy, and that just immediately made me so interested in the box. And the other two boxes I elected not to get just because at the time I just knew sculpture was not a me thing. I've never really been good with sculpturing, and I don't really have an interest in it. Now I'm kind of like, maybe I should have gotten and tried it out, but I didn't get that. I'm really regretting not getting the minis box. But my eyesight doesn't work like that, so that was more of a, I don't even have the eyesight to see like things right in front of my face. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work on minis and have that come out effectively. So Inky box is what we have, and today is a collab, which I'm really excited about. I have Jen and Dora. Dora is a very good friend of mine. We've done plenty of art collabs together, and I love her channel. She's always linked down below. And Jen, I'm actually just recently finding out about through Dora. She introduced us, and we're all doing these Inky box collabs. Now, Jen and Dora are going ahead, and I believe they're both doing the other two boxes in the set. But I am just participating with the Inky collab, and we have a theme. It is sunset and steampunk. So we're gonna actually use these items to create some artwork with steampunk or sunset, or a combination of both as a theme. But first, I just want to talk about the products. So I'm gonna bring you a little closer. Okay, so everyone has already seen basically the Jazza art box. The ultimate incredible Inky box is right here, and that is what I chose to pick up, and I love it. I can't wait to get started. We have this little box. We have our metallic calligraphy kit with the Pearl X and gum Arabic different powders with all of these colors. We have some of these alcohol inks, and they have fun colors like rainbow and amethyst. And then we have the water-based inks here. I've used this brand before, the Marable, but I haven't used these specific type of product before. And I have a lot of inks, but like I haven't seen these or used these before. So this is something I'm really excited to try. We have these surfaces to work with, a notebook lined, if you can see that, the cappuccino sketchbook, which I'm excited about. I love getting new sketchbooks. I never finish my sketchbooks, unfortunately, but like I love starting new ones. And I love that this is tone paper. I enjoy sketching on tone paper, and I really want to make it a bigger habit of mine to sketch, if not daily, weekly. I have a busy schedule, so maybe not every day, but I want to at least sketch something every week, and so I really am excited to use tone paper. This is something I'm definitely going to use a different time. These are the Dora Bright paper sheets, and they are good for paint pouring, and they are good for like mixing inks on top of it and making this kind of cool abstracted work. And I've always wanted to try paint pouring, but again, it's just something I never picked up the items for. Now I have something to start with, and I want to do a paint pouring video in the future, so this I'll use at a later time. We have these brushes, which are very nice detailed round brushes, some calligraphy pens, and most excitingly, this Jazza's Deluxe Writing Collection calligraphy set. I've already opened this, of course, so it's not all fancy and cute, but we have this with all of the little nibs and bobs and things. And I'm specifically interested in this because I am learning French, and French is something that I've always wanted to learn, and so I've really been trying my best to learn it in the spoken word through tutoring and written and grammatically and that sort of thing. And I want to challenge myself to write paragraphs in French every week. Now here's the thing, to my mind, French is very fancy. The words, the spelling, all of the different accents, that sort of thing, it feels fancy, feels elegant to me. And so what I plan to do once I learn calligraphy and can do it well, I want to practice writing my French paragraph every week with the calligraphy set. Idea. Then I am combining two hobbies. It gives me an emphasis on using my calligraphy set because obviously I'm going to be using it to write my paragraphs every week, and it's reinforcing what I'm learning in my tutoring and my class sessions for my French instruction. So like boom, bam, boom, togetherness. And so with that being said, first things first, for this collab, I needed to learn some things. I needed to learn what the heck steampunk is, because I've heard the term before, but I've never actually known what it was about or what it involved or what the art style incorporated. And so I did some research. Now, what I found from the web was that steampunk is a genre of science fiction that has a historical setting and typically features steam-powered machines rather than advanced technology. So like if Victorian era stayed in the steamboats and not, you know, invented cars, that sort of thing. And from the design elements that I've seen from my research, looking through Pinterest, looking on Instagram tags and TikToks and that sort of thing, kind of get an idea of the theme, is that one, lots of gears. I see gears and clocks and handles and that kind of thing throughout. And then I also noticed that the Victorian style of the dressing is actually very familiar to me. I love historical romance. I love the genre. I love watching historical TV shows and that sort of thing. I watch Bridgerton, which obsessed, love of my life right now. I've already watched it all the way through twice. So the clothing is familiar to me, and so I already kind of have an idea of what I want to paint. And so first things first, I'm going to sketch out some of these. I want to make at least a few of these gum powders just to test them out and kind of make sure that I know how to make them. And then I'm going to start sketching and creating my artwork. So I will be right back as I swatch all of these. All right, we are back. I went ahead and swatched out some colors. I swatched out the inks as well as two of the Prolux powders, which I went ahead and mixed up. I chose these two colors because I kind of want them for my color palette for the design that I'll do in just a moment. But I really found it hard to kind of figure out really the kind of water ratio after you've used the binder and you use the actual pigment. I think I did a good job finally, but it just took some trial and error. But now we have two colors. We have this lilac purple and we have this kind of rustic looking red, and I'm going to be using those for accents while we do our art. So we're going to just move you in and start the sketching process, and then we'll start creating some art. Okay, so here is my sketch. I am going for a kind of steampunky Victorian girl trapped in a glass jar, threatened by gears, like surrounded by swinging gears. And so there's some mystical elements to this, and I think I've captured the steampunk theme. I'm really happy with it for the first attempt. Doing the sketch, I have entered two things into like the art supplies. I used a Micron, the Pigma graphic archival ink, micron in 1.0 mm. And I did this because I wasn't sure how any of this would do for line work because I'm not good with calligraphy yet. I do plan on using some of this for line work as well, but I just wanted to make sure I had a nice base for my line work just because I'm new to the medium. So I used this for outlining, and then I used this for my initial sketch, which this is a Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle Caran d'Ache watercolor pencil, basically. It is in the color 106, which is like a nice plum, and because my theme for this is going to be kind of plummy purpley, I figured this would be a nice base, and it's water based, so it'll just wipe away when I start putting down inks. So now we're going to paint this, and then we will have our final result. So guys, this is the finished product. Here is my steampunk theme girl and her little chamber glass pot filled with gears. I really enjoyed using the pigments. I used them in a very abstract way. This whole piece is glittering all over the place. I use it as swirls to kind of create a chaotic scene. I use the water-based inks to kind of create the skin tones and help with shadowing, and I use those alcohol magic colors just to create, you know, more texture, do the layering on the skirt, and do the gears. So overall, I really like the piece, although I will say, working with those alcohol inks, they smelled so strongly of alcohol. I was just like, wow, strong punch to the face. But I really do like the end results, and so here is my submission for our collab. I hope you guys, Dora, Jen, I hope you like the piece, and yeah. So that has been a Jazza art unboxing as well as collab art video. I want to actively use these products. I found so many different ways to use them, and I can't wait to mix them and actually use the calligraphy set. That'll be so much fun. Thank you, Jen, and thank you, Dora, for inviting me to collab with you guys. I can't wait to watch your videos. And that's it. My name is Marnise Nicole, and I am out. Bye.